right, so there's some morons out there talking about how there's going to be a second civil war. They're morons. They're morons. when someone says that to me, my response is bullshit. Bullshit. That's the proper response. That's the response that we all should have because it's insane. And let me explain why it's insane. Because a war is between two sides where the two sides are they identify each other, right? Like the original Civil War was between the North and the South. It was geographic. They had Confederate states, Union states, the border between them. They had their bases, their military bases, whatever it is. Same thing as what we have today in wars today. Of course, this is kind of making an exception for American wars today, because American wars today are really about controlling a region. They're not so much about fighting an enemy. The enemy is just whoever shoots at you, and you have to control that region. And if someone comes in and tries to defend it, then you have to kill them. That's modern war. But historically, the Civil War, in particular, because we're talking about civil wars here, right? So the Civil War is like North versus South. But today, things aren't like that. We've got liberals living among the conservatives. We got conservatives living among the liberals. The two sides are kind of mixed together. So there's no war that's going to happen. Not only that, but people are busy working. The way that the elites have everything set up these days is that nobody spends 1 second not working. Oh, they have their weekends, kind of, depending on what your job is. 60% of the country works for minimum wage, and thus they work probably more than 40 hours a week, not considering all of the unemployment that the coronavirus has caused, which is like 20 or 30% unemployment, and they don't even have proper numbers on that anyway. Regardless, my point is that we're not just, there's no war. There's no war. This is between people. This is between the people. This is between like conservatives and liberals. There's gonna be a war. Okay, there's no way that there could be a war, because there's not two factions that are armed, and that have like discrete locations where they're based, where they're gonna fight each other from. There's no leader of either side. It doesn't make any sense. Now, Donald Trump could become the leader of the Trump people, but I don't exactly know if the Trump people are all of the conservatives. I don't know that. Now, what Trump is doing right now is definitely concerning. It's, he's refusing to admit that he lost the election, even though the evidence shows that he lost. Trying to create a new reality, as he always does, that says that he actually won and it was all fake. It was all fake news, like always with everything with him. Anything that goes against him is fake news. So he's pretending that it's all fake. He's not going to leave the White House. He's putting up a big, big drama. Just stupid drama that doesn't need to be there. It's a big waste of time. That's all that is. But it's see all this Civil War stuff, all of this conservative versus liberal stuff. It's all in our heads. What we really are is humans. We're humans. Our bodies didn't change because of all this political strife. There's no difference between a conservative human and a liberal human. They're the same thing. So all of this is in our heads. We have been taught to hate each other. There's no rationality behind it whatsoever. So There's that. There's also this, him believing that he lost the election or that he won the election and that it was all fake somehow. That's all in his head. And just him, and that's a sad thing too, because the entire government knows that it's all in his head. And most of the people know that it's all in his head, and I hope that a lot of the Trump supporters also know that it's all in his head. But honestly, it's all in their head too, as far as the ones who believe him. And God, it's just so sad that you don't believe him. They went to court like 3 or 4 times and failed immediately because there's simply no evidence. Do you understand the concept of evidence? Do you understand that in court you have to provide evidence? You make a claim first, right? And then you have to provide evidence that suggests that that claim is true. Or else they throw out your case. Why? Because it's bullshit. He has lost the election. He has lost the popular election. And this time it's and. With Obama, it was he won the electoral college but lost the popular, okay? No, this time it's and. Trump lost the popular and the electoral college, okay? So he is simply throwing a tantrum. He is simply being a big baby and not being able to accept that he fucking lost. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. He is simply being a fucking baby, being a child, okay? Now, if you like this idea of cheating to win, of doing whatever you can, regardless of if it's honest or good or anything, regardless, just doing whatever you can, cheating as hard as you can, gerrymandering, lying about whatever it was, the election results, lying about everything, just so that you can win. If you're all about that, well, then Trump's your man, isn't he? Just cheat to win. That's your reality. That's the way that you live, isn't it? But good people like to be fair. Good people, when there's a democratic process, they trust democracy. Okay, and you're saying it's not democracy. Well, I'm saying provide me one drop of fucking evidence, please. You cannot simply claim over and over and over that it's fake. You have to provide me the evidence that it's fake. Oh, but you'll fake that too, won't you? But you won't. I know that you won't. You're just a little lay person, aren't you? And how much money do they have? They have a lot of money. They can fake election fraud in order to convince just you, not a court. They wouldn't convince a court because a court actually investigates. You don't investigate. You're not that smart. You just take it as what seems the most convincing, don't you? Because that's how smart you are. But a court, a judge, is a lot smarter than you. Okay? They take actual evidence. They actually investigate. Okay? And they investigated, and guess what they found? Nothing. It's all made up. He's just telling everyone that it's fake. He's just telling everyone that it's election fraud. There's no evidence to back it up. It's sad. It's very sad, very pathetic. It's so pathetic. I feel sorry for Donald Trump. He is about to fall so deeply into the saddest place that a human being could ever go. The whole world knows. He's so obvious. Even his followers know. They just like the fact that he's cheating. Oh, he has the balls to cheat. That's what they like about him. He has the balls to cheat. That's what they like. I know that you like that, don't you? When I say you, I'm talking about a Trump supporter, okay? You like the fact that he's cheating. That's what you liked in the first place. You can find all the loopholes He can beat the system because the system is wrong, right? He's cheating you. The problem is he's cheating you. He's not simply cheating the system, right? Okay, anyway. Let's get up to the present moment because that's kind of old. It's kind of old news. It's only a couple months old. With Trump, if it's not yesterday, it's old news. That's months old, right? Yesterday, today, that's the news because Trump is always making news every single day. Why? Because every fucking word that comes out of his mouth is a lie, and everyone knows it except for his supporters because they simply want to believe that everything is a lie except for what comes out of his mouth. Okay, it's either that. It's confusing. It's very confusing. Your minds have been scrambled like scrambled eggs. Your minds have become liquidy or something. But somehow you've been convinced that his way is the right way, and his way is to invent that the election has been fraudulent without evidence. And to do that with everything, by the way. He's been doing that since he got office in the first place. Since the very, very, very first thing he ever did in office. And remember, the very first thing he did in office was to claim that his inauguration crowd was the biggest in history. And then you look at the pictures side by side of Obama versus Trump. And Obama's is obviously bigger. The biggest one. You take the picture at the very height of his inauguration, it is smaller than fucking Obama, and it's very, very obvious. But he said at the very start of his election that his was the biggest, and he was fucking lying. If you can't see that, you're fucking stupid. So stupid. So stupid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I speak reality. I speak the truth. If you can't see that with those two pictures side by side, you're fucking stupid. Your brain is gone. I'm sorry. It's so sad. There's something happening to your brain, and there's something happening to the brains of half of the fucking Americans, or more than half, like 90%. It's really sad and it's terrifying. Americans are becoming so crazy. So fucking crazy. Literally crazy. Gotta take a deep breath because it's real. It's real insanity, and it's taking over everybody, including the left. You're all becoming insane. And I feel like I'm the only one who can see clearly. No, there are some. I don't know, 10%? 10% of Americans can actually see things clearly. Everything has become lies. Everything is all about cheating to win. Is all about making up the narrative, making up history, inventing history, writing your own fictional history so that you can win. That's all it's about, isn't it? Truth doesn't matter anymore. I said this, the beginning of American history, when they wrote the Declaration of Independence and when they wrote the Constitution, it was a paradigm of truth. Remember, the very first words of the Constitution, we hold the, or was it the, I don't know if it's the Constitution or the Declaration of Independence, but they say, we hold these truths to be self-evident, and there's nothing more beautiful than that. It is so perfect. We hold these truths to be self-evident. Self-evident truths. Isn't that beautiful? Nowadays, it's all about fake news. You know why? Because it's all about strategy. We have transitioned from a paradigm of truth to a paradigm of strategy, and strategy doesn't care about the truth. All strategy cares about is winning. Doesn't matter who is more righteous, doesn't matter who is more correct. Doesn't matter. All that matters is who wins. So we can lie about whatever we want in order to win. And both sides do it. Yeah, they fucking cheated Bernie. And they cheated everyone else. They were so obviously all about Biden. The Democrats with their primary, it was so bullshit. It was so fake. Obviously. You have to be fucking brain dead to not watch the 2020 primaries and see so clearly that it is all 100% staged and controlled in order to make Joe Biden win. It was so obvious. It's disgusting. It almost makes me want to puke every time I think of it. Honestly, every part of American politics and American government makes me want to puke every time I think of it. Seriously. But that's because I can see reality and maybe you can't. It doesn't make you want to puke, does it? It makes you want to kill people, doesn't it? It makes you want to kill all those evil right wingers or all those evil left wingers. It makes you want to kill, doesn't it? Kill, kill, kill. That's what you're all about, isn't it? Why did you get that way? Why did you get that way? Don't you understand that we're all human? We're kind of the same? That all this political shit is just in your head? That you've gone crazy. Now you want to kill people. Isn't that funny? You've kind of gone crazy with these TV show, this reality TV show on MSNBC and Fox News and whatever it is and all the other crazy shows. It's all a reality TV show. They're controlling your mind to make you hate the other side, to make you like just full of hate. And not slow down for a second. Okay, we're not about killing the other side. How about enlighten the other side? How about teach the other side something? Okay? Okay, I'm running out of space on my thing. All I'm trying to say here is that everything Donald Trump is doing right now with rejecting the results of the election is in order to try to make people kill each other. That's literally all it is. He wants all of his followers to kill as many liberals as they can. That's what he's trying to do. And it's silly. It's disgusting. It's not silly. It's sick. It is mentally sick. Okay? Because if there's any argument, we must make it and we must talk to each other and figure this out.